Welcome back to the JC Smith Truck Sales YouTube channel. I'm JC Smith, and that's not a truck. So many of you that follow along our other channel, JC Smith Projects, you're very, very familiar with this trailer. You've probably followed along since the day I got it to where we are today. So let's talk about the trailer. The trailer is a 2017 typical landscape trailer that you'd find about at any trailer dealership in the US. We bought the trailer, brought it home, decided it was time to make some improvements. Let's make it suit us better. And that entailed quite a bit. So what we did is we completely disassembled the trailer, took the deck off of it, took all the suspension off it, all the wheels, the tires, the gate, everything, down to a bare skeleton. I flipped the trailer upside down, started inspecting more and more, decided that I didn't like the standard factory suspension, so I ordered up a more ride suspension, which is 100% greasable, much more heavy-duty suspension, so it'll last quite a bit longer. I also ordered upgraded leaf springs. Those leaf springs have oil-like bushings in each end instead of the plastic bushings. Same thing with that equalizer. It's got oil-like bushings in it, so they will last quite a bit longer. And I went ahead and swapped the axles out. It originally had Lippert axles. I pulled them out and I replaced them with Dexter axles. And I put new backing plates, new bearings, new seals. The front axle got 2 new brake drums. The back one just looks dated. It was the original one. It was just fine. There was nothing wrong with it. So I have to interrupt the video right here because something I forgot to mention. When I was building the spare tire mounts, what I decided to do was to use the hubs from the original axles, and they were non-brake hubs. They were just standard hubs, and I ordered 2 new spindles, independent spindles, and mounted one on each side and took the hubs. I put brand new races on the inside and outside, brand new bearings, packed them full of grease, put a new seal on the nut, the washer, the cotter pin, and everything is here behind this cap. So in the event that you would have a bearing failure on one of these hubs, you could easily take that off and swap this one out. If for some reason the spindle would be damaged, you could find a shop to do some welding. You could take the axle off, replace the hub spindle with the one that's right back behind here. And I did the same thing for both sides here. After we got all that ordered up, we made some changes to the trailer itself. It was originally a wood dovetail back here. I did away with the wood dovetail. The wood dovetail used to go this way, just like these planks, and it wasn't very strong and it was slick. So I took that out, and I came in and ran cross members, braces this way every 12 inches all the way across, and then welded this steel decking to it. Then I added these 1/2 by 1/2 solid bars for traction. If you notice here, you see all these holes around here. They go all the way around. This trailer was originally a 3/16 3 by 2 inch angle iron trailer. I added 2 by 2 by 1/4 inch thick angle iron all the way around, and I did that for 2 reasons. One, I wanted to increase the strength of the trailer, and 2, I wanted to create tie points everywhere across the trailer, because we never have any good tie points on the back of a trailer or in between the fenders or near the front. So what I did was take that in there, welded it in place, increase the strength of the trailer, as well as give us a place to put straps. Now, this hole is this size, so you can take your standard 1-inch S-style hook or the 2-inch strap with the double finger style bent hook. It'll take them as well. We upgraded the fenders, went to a heavier gauge metal, replaced them. We moved the lights, which used to be right here, sticking out in this area. We moved them into the rear and put them into boxes. You'll notice every light on this trailer is LED. We'll go over the lights in a minute. I took the gate completely apart, and we added more supports, more uprights into the gate, as well as these crosses in the gate. Those are located in the area where a side-by-side or a vehicle might touch, and it's meant to help to keep the expanded metal from stretching as much. They still will, but we're trying to limit it. I added handles up here, so it's much easier to set the gate down and up. The gate is set up with these extra long pins. I did that because I don't like anything that rattles. I also place a holder right here, so when you put the gate down, the pin can stay here. If you notice, it's a snug fit. The gate fits in between these uprights nice and tight. It does not rattle. I don't like rattles at all. Same thing over here, and you'll notice the lighting across the bottom. The way this trailer is wired, that is a stop-turn tail. These lights across the bottom of the gate are also stop-turn tails. The way they work is if the left turn signal is on, this light, this light, this light, and this light will turn on with the left turn. If you turn that off, you turn on the right side, this one, this one, this one, and the middle one again is the turn signal. So that middle one serves as a turn signal for both sides. So all of them are marker lights. All of them can be turn signals and brakes. You see we have backup lights set up here. If you put your truck in reverse, these two lights here will come on as backup lights and something else later. We added a winch to the front of the trailer, and we put a weatherproof control back here, so you could stand at the back of the trailer and run the winch if you'd like. We've also made provisions where you could add a wireless winch controller in the toolbox, or you can run a corded winch if you'd like. You see all the LEDs coming down the sides. I don't know how many that is. I think it's 10 total, counting the corner one. All of these down here are marker lights as well as turn signals. Typically on a trailer, when you hit the brakes, all your turn signal lights light up. That's how they are wired. In this case, we've isolated the turn signals to where they only turn on here, no brake lights. We've isolated the brake lights, so the brake lights do not activate these amber lights down the side, just turn signals and markers. Same with this here. And again, we have another spare tire on this side, Carlisle tire, same size, they're all the same. All of our wiring comes in from the truck, a 7-pin. We have a new LED monitor breakaway here, along with a breakaway switch. We put these holders back here for the safety chains so they're not laying in the dirt. We did away with the typical 2 5/16 coupler. All of our trucks are 4-wheel drive diesel, so they're kind of high. So we went with a 1/2-inch plate on the front, a couple gussets, and an adjustable height hitch. These two cables are for the winch controller. We were going to put a Group 31 battery here. You could also just put it inside the toolbox if you wanted. Inside the toolbox, we have a switch here. This switch runs off of that Group 31 or the battery positive line from your truck, either one. You flip this on, it turns on 3 lights inside the toolbox, as well as all of these lights inside the deck. You see those clear LEDs right here? It lights up every one of those. And there's 23 of them across inside the entire trailer. So when you flip that switch, it turns on the lights in the toolbox. It turns on these lights inside your load area, as well as it turns on the backup lights. And even if you're still plugged into your truck, when you flip that switch, it does not feed into your truck. It's blocked. All of our decking is 2x12, 2x10. It's all 2x10, and every bit of it is half-lapped. So as you see, there's no gaps between them. We did that for several reasons. One was the strength of the floor, because now each one is pushing on the other, and the fact that if you're hauling mulch, it's not falling through. If you have a strap that comes loose, it can't get through the floor and get wound up in one of your tires and break and damage something. Before we put the deck down, we ran cross-member ties through each cross member right about the location where a vehicle or side-by-side would run. So every cross member is tied together all the way to the front. So it makes the floor more uniform. You'll see we put 2 screws in each one of our deck boards, and we screwed into every single cross member across the front, the whole entire deck. That winch, if I didn't say, is a super winch. I think it's I want to say it's a 12,000 pound capacity. I can't remember now. All the wiring for the entire trailer is underneath here. This is the hardwired winch. If you want to put a switch on here to run the winch up here, or you want to put a plug and put a long cord or run a wireless, you can do that here. On this side, it's just an open storage where you could put your winch controller so it doesn't get damaged, and then you can lay all your straps and gear on top of it. We had the whole entire trailer sandblasted and primed and painted. When we got it back, I put chip guard on all of the front of the trailer everywhere, and then I painted the trailer yet again. So this trailer actually has like 5 coats of paint on it. We put some rubber material between the 2 here so we didn't flatten the tire or rub the paint. All of the wiring for the entire trailer comes out of that toolbox and up into this cross tube and splits out. Everything we need for that side goes this way. Everything for this side goes this way. There's no wires just dangling underneath the trailer. They're all up above inside this box tube rail. The brakes drop down, the electric brakes drop down that tube and feed the electric brakes over there. The rest of it goes to the rear and takes care of everything here. So we've passed over these 2-inch receiver tubes several times. Now what these are is designed to where this trailer can be used to haul 2 side-by-sides at one time. So the design is so we can take an upright from either one and a cross tube and then put ramps up. So we put our 2 uprights in a cross tube, back the first side-by-side in, strap it down, take our ramps on the next, put the cross tube in, put the ramps on, run the second side-by-side up over top of it. This trailer was built to do exceptionally long trips. Tried to think of everything we could. Again, all of our axles are easy lubes, so before a trip you can take that off. There's a grease fitting, pump it a few times. It adds a little extra grease inside the hub, so make sure your bearings get them. If this is a trailer you think that might suit you, you can email me at jcsmithtrucksales@gmail.com or leave a comment on the video. I have about $5,600 in this trailer, and that's not including labor. That's just my cost of parts and materials. That's what I'll take for the trailer. If you want to buy it, leave me a comment, leave me a message. It's not perfect. There's some flaws here and there, but overall it's by far a better trailer than you could buy anywhere else. Most trailers, basic 7x18 landscape trailers, are going for $4,500 to $5,500 with 0 upgrades, just your basic trailer. So you'll probably never find one with as many upgrades as this one has. But anyways, I think it's a pretty decent trailer. I think it makes somebody a great addition to your fleet or use your side-by-sides, your mowers, whatever the case. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And if it suits you, get in touch with me. It'll look much better in your driveway than it does mine. I'm certain of it.